thought you were there.
Alright, YouTube. Welcome back. You're seeing my face. This can only mean one thing. Well, I mean, it can mean multiple things, but it only means one thing today. Do you want to know what that is? I'm sure you do. Hold on. That means that I am going to do a review on actually a couple things. Number one, this. It's a little camera thing that Sin bought because I have some plans for the future that are going to be really cool, and this might work or it might not. I don't think it's going to. It doesn't say anything about video, so.
But the woman at the store told me it does compare. It's a webcam.
Yeah, it's not actually web. It's a little like Bluetooth camera thing. I don't know. You guys might know about it. You guys with kids out there, you know, you might know what it is. I don't know if I like it. But anyways, we're gonna do a review on this. Yeah, I'm, as far as I know, the third person on YouTube to do a review about this. Woohoo! But we're going to do a little bit of YouTube magic, which basically means I'm going to mod this off screen and then come back, and then I'm going to do my review on it, because I'm not actually doing a big mod. But I'm going to open it up right now and tell you guys what I am going to do, so that when you see the video, it's all one video and you already know what's going on, so when the mod happens, you're like, what did it do? I didn't even notice anything. But you guys will know. So, as Drac would say, let's free it from its cardboard prison. By the way, this is one of my knives. I have like 3. Don't ever cut towards yourself. It's a very bad idea. This knife sucks.
Want my scissors?
Oh my lord, this knife is terrible. Where's one of my other ones? We're still recording. Yeah, give me your scissors. This knife sucks. I need to sharpen every single one of the knives I have. Alright, main gun is out. I like it. It's nice. No sight or anything like that, but... The deuce is my other knife. Because these scissors are... Hey look, I found my batteries. They're really hard to use too. Whatever. Three more parts out. Yeah. Fall in my camera view. Ooh. Last part. Now time to get the darts out. And this is actually something I'm really excited about. These right here. Because these seem to be really good darts. So it comes with 40 darts. It is a 40 belt fed thing. And now let's put it together. I think this only really goes one way. Yeah, no. No, yes, no. Go in. Wrong way. Oops. Must have been the wrong side. Yeah, it was. Okay, okay, that was easy. Put it in the right side, it goes in nice and easy. Alright, and this one goes in this way. And this just slides on. Alright, well, oh yeah, that's what it looks like with the pieces on. And there's a little thing here that you rotate around. Yeah, that's to get the thing on. And there's also a little door here. And while we're here, we'll talk about some stuff, and that mouse is screaming. So, okay. So, if you can see right there, there's the teeth that feed the chain along, and it just basically sits on these things, which are just rollers. So they don't do much, but there's a pad here, which I'm guessing is a sort of lock. And there's this little weird dart teeth. There's the pad there, and then there's a dart teeth. And I don't really know how good the dart teeth is. There's also another little... Oh! Okay, so the dart tooth doesn't actually come down. Here, I'll try and get a shot of it. If you can see the dart tooth, there's a little thing right here that when it's closed, it knocks the dart tooth down. My bottom piece is like... It's adjustable. That is so cool. The bottom piece is actually adjustable. You can bump it up and make it shorter, or pull it down and make it longer. That is really, really cool. That must be to get it on and off. Okay. So now let's put this on, because we're not going to load it just yet. We just want to really get a look at it. And bada bing, bada boom. Now we pull that down and rotate that around. Shut the door. All right. That's what it looks like with the thing on. So kind of like Coop said, it really is just like a big, intimidating blaster. And there is actually a little bit of room right in front of the darts for the darts like to stick out, which is really cool. And there is 40 darts worth of room, and two of the things on here, there's two blank spots. So now let's open up these darts so I can actually get a look at them. And I'm actually going to use my knife for this. Alright. And my other darts are right up there, so I will be grabbing them in just a moment. Here is 20. And the other 20. Ow, I just stabbed myself in the foot. Shut up. Oh, by the way, the brand of this is Dart Zone. That actually hurt. Okay, so these are Dart Zone darts and blaster. Alright, here's my dart box. So now, let's get a look at... Where's one of my standard elite darts with the... Okay, here we go. This is the standard orange and blue elite dart. And this is one of these Dart Zone darts. Immediately you'll notice that the tip is a little bit shorter. But other than that, they're almost the exact same length, and they seem to be about the exact same diameter and everything else. So obviously, yeah, these are going to be fully compatible with each other. That should really hurt. But the tip is it's less tip, and the tip seems to be like a little bit. I don't want to say sturdier, but it does seem a little bit sturdy because it's shorter. If that makes any sense. But now, where are my batteries? Alright, I bought 8 brand new batteries to go in this, so I wouldn't be using, old batteries. And foot hurts.
What'd you do?
I stabbed my foot.
Which one? The scissors?
A knife. I went Rayovac because they're the cheapest brand, and I have no problem with Rayovac. But it takes 6 AA's, I believe. Are you a... No, you're not. Babe, I need that green screwdriver up there.
That's Chris. You're going to see how big my butt is.
You're not going to see Oh wait, no, I don't need it.
Really?
Forgot about this. At me, I'm gonna...
I can do what I want.
Stop fussing at me about stuff.
I'm not fussing at you. I didn't even say anything, by the way. Cha and fussing are two totally different.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Tell that to Sakura. If you guys haven't watched Naruto, go watch Naruto.
You'll understand what that means.
I'm not gonna put batteries in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's actually really cool. Okay, one thing to note, this enforcer plate right here is actually an engraved plate that can pop off and be painted or left the color it is. Whatever you choose to do. Now, I'm not actually going to put the darts and do any firing tests because I'm going to save that for after I modify it. Which, as I said, I will tell you what I'm going to mod in just a moment. Which some of you might already know. Some of you might know. Some of you might not know. Some of you might kind of get what I'm doing. Alright. So, let's go over this blaster right now as it is. So, how it is. Big, bulky blaster. Really intimidating from the front. Like, I mean, that is a lot of dart, okay, and that is a lot of blaster. Decent, comfortable. The grip is a little fat for my hand, but that's because I'm not a big person. So yeah. So for like kids, like I mean, between the ages of 8 and 12, depending, you know, sometimes some 14. Anything under 8, I would say, would have a very hard time holding this blaster, at least for just the handle. Now this grip up here, my knuckles do rub along the sides, but you're not really going to be doing anything with that except actually like holding it. So, I mean, and you're probably not going to hold that most of the time anyway. Most people are probably going to hold it by the barrel, which wobbles a little bit. But this black inner part spins for no reason. It is a flywheel blaster, just to mention that. So, and it is fully automatic. Now, what I'm going to mod, and why I'm not going to do any range tests for you guys right now, because I'm not actually going to do much of a mod. On this side here, where the batteries go in, this is the battery door. This, oh, that is loud. That is louder than it sounded in all the videos. That turns the flywheels on, and then once that's on, you pull it. Well, the dart tooth must have to be. Why is it not working? Is it too hot? There we go. And those things seem like they spin like crazy. That sounds awesome. I actually have a little like texture on them in one little strip of texture that seems to be for grabbing the darts. And what happened was this. See, I had it to where it was tight, so the thing had a hard time moving it. So I just, you know, bumped it up just a little bit to where there was play, and it could pull it nicely. But yeah, that's not a problem. That's something that, being as how it's designed, it's kind of expected, but I have plans for this, some serious mods for this thing in mind. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this switch, so it's not a switch anymore. I have, where did it go? Here we go. I have this little tiny button, and it's a actually using this button. Probably not. But anyway, it's, if you guys can see it, it's a little red button, and it's an on-off switch, and it lights up. So when it's on, it's on. When it's on, it's lit up, and when it's off, it's off. And this big orange thing back here seemingly does nothing. So I'm going to do some modding to it, and I might actually have to take more apart than I want to. And I'm going to crack it open, and I'm going to move this switch to that, and hopefully put it back here. If not, I'm probably going to put it like in the side right here, because you know your finger's on the trigger, and then you just push the button, and it turns it on. But that way it gets it away from over here, which basically you either have to take your hand off the handle or away from the trigger to do. So you know what I mean. So basically you could just move your hand and hit the button, and it'll turn on. I wanted to get a, what is this? I wanted to get a, I think they called it a temporary switch, or a something like that, temporary, something along the lines of temporary, and basically like make it like a rev switch. But another thing is, in this box right here, it is not shoes, although it looks like a shoebox, because it is a shoebox, but there's not shoes in here. There is something in here that I've been working on, and I haven't had the ability to do anything, but now I do. I can finally finish it and get it back in working order, and that means that I'll be able to show you guys. So I'll be back in a while. It's raining outside, so I don't know if I'll actually be able to do any good range tests today, but I will post my initial review of this. I will probably fire some darts off in the house because I have the room to do so, and see what kind of ranges I get. And then tomorrow or later, if it's sunny enough, I will actually go outside and do the full range test and test it out, because I have high hopes, really high hopes compared to other things. So I will see you guys later. Stop it! What stupid thing? Alright, YouTube, I am sitting really low because I'm in a hole. Welcome back! It has been, I don't know how long, but it has been quite a while, and I have cut myself once, twice, and burnt myself once on this finger, my ring finger. Sorry about the middle finger. Sometimes you just gotta flip off the camera. Now, what I have here is my enforcer, and if you guys will see, there is no more switchy ditch. But if you look up on the top right there, yeah, that's right. Hear that? Can you hear that? Tata did it! Woo! Soldered it all! So that, yeah, now, instead of having to flip a switch, and the best part is I fire tested it without anything in there because I wanted to make sure before we even put it back together that it would fire, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna fire. Pretty sure. Haven't tested it yet. Haven't actually fired it yet. Haven't been outside. But there you have it, a very, 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 very simple modification. Yes, I burnt myself, and yes, I cut myself, but I am not skilled in any way, shape, or form. And I suggest if you have a dad, I'm going to actually zoom this in on my face here.
It scared the cat away.
There we go. If you have a dad that you can rely on, or an older brother, or a younger brother, or somebody that is very skilled in soldering and wire splitting and all that stuff, let them do it.
Jerk.
Because that's how I cut myself so many times. I cut myself once opening up the soldering iron. I cut myself with my knife when I was trying to... What was I doing? I don't even remember. I was doing something and I managed to slice off it. I managed to shave off a bit of my...
You were doing the wire.
I was doing something with the wire and I managed to shave off a slice of my thumb. Why does my camera look like total crap? Anyways, whatever.
Really?
But yeah, the button works. It is in fact lit up, and it is not always on. It is only on when the switch is on. But something really, really cool that kind of was super unintentional. When I fire, when I pull the trigger, every bump, 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 it blinks bright. It's really cool. Every time the thing punches a dart out, it blinks bright. Or every time the thing punches forward, it blinks. It's really cool. I like that. I like that. So now we gotta hope for sunshine, so I can go outside and test it. But yeah, everything's back together. Didn't lose any screws magically. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff to take apart, yeah, and there's actually a couple areas that are hard to take apart. Like for instance, this handle, you gotta kind of pry it off. You know, you gotta unscrew both sides and pry it off. And you gotta actually pull this off. Like really, it's really forceful. But you only have to pull the one off to get it apart. The barrel comes apart super simply. It all comes apart nicely, and you don't even. There's screws in here that's only for removing the battery tray. Like, I mean, they literally made this thing as modifiable as possible. This up here has no wires running into it. This little door. This is nothing. This can be open. You don't actually need this in there to do anything. The only thing this does is keeps these down, basically. So this actually doesn't do anything. So that's really cool. So, I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to this door as long as you kept that thing there. It would work because there's no wires running inside of it. But yeah, this button, I drilled a small hole, and then I used my knife, and I just reamed it out and reamed it out, and kept trying to fit it, reamed it out, tried to fit it, and as soon as it went in, I left it. And it looks relatively professional, in my opinion. I mean, that looks really good. You guys can't see it too well, but I'll take some pictures with my phone to get some high quality shots, and you guys will get the idea. The trigger back here doesn't actually do anything, except there's a button in the handle that when you pull the trigger, it activates the button and that tells it to fire. Mine has a little bit of a glitch going on every now and again. When I pull the trigger and I let go, sometimes it'll continue firing, so I have to turn it off if I want it to stop. I didn't mean to turn it off. So I'm going to go look outside. Hopefully it's not raining, and if it's not, we're going to fire this bad boy. And we're going to see what kind of performance we get, and hopefully Sim comes outside and records for me. So I will see you guys in the next segment. And it's already 1:30 in the afternoon, so you guys are probably going to be seeing this about like 5 o'clock. But see you guys there. Okay, so apparently there's a bright light on my phone. We're outside now with the Enforcer, which something I forgot to mention while I was inside, which I want to mention now. Every single one of these little gray plastic pieces, and this inside piece, they seem like they can be taken off. Well, I know they can all be taken off. I don't know about the ones in here, though. And either kept the same color or painted, you know, depending on what kind of scheme you're going to go for. But now it's time to do the range test because we still got a little bit of, hopefully not rain yet. It always feels weird to hold that. So I'm going to fire from the hip because, well, I mean, it's a machine gun. That's where you fire a machine gun from, right? And, I mean, it is seriously flinging the dart. Okay, that was 40 darts at a honestly very respectable fire rate, especially compared to like the Strife, which I've already complained about. And I don't know if you'll be able to see them on camera from here, but they are all in a very tight grouping, and they are all roughly, I'm not good with distance, 45, 50 feet away at least. So I mean, and I'm actually kind of shooting uphill a little bit, so it's actually it'd probably be a little bit farther if I like stood out on the street. So yeah, the Enforcer, even with some of the darts being a little weird and messed up, I like it. So now I'm gonna go pick up all 40 darts and put them back in because, well, now I have to. That's always the fun part, right? So that's it for now. We will go back inside and I will talk a little bit more about it and then start working on uploading the video. Bye. All right, so here is pretty much the massive grouping of the darts. The little random green things. I'll try and back up a little bit more. But yeah. About 45, 50 feet away from the tree that I was at, so And yeah, a couple fell super short, but I mean,
No,
they bounced.
from the house.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess a bunch hit the house too. Oh no, one's in water. But yeah, pretty good grouping, I think. And you can see the one in the water. So, yeah, totally better than the Strife. And like I said, be inside in a bit. Hello, I am Tada, and this is my Strife. Just got it working. Yay! Alright, so let's get a close-up of this so you guys can see the paint job. Why aren't you brighter in here? This. Okay, so this side is purple with black. This side is black with purple, which it looks blue with the light. That's really cool, actually. On the camera, it looks blue. But anyways, this was my first attempt at soap masking, and I was totally high on Ambien when I did it. But since I have the soldering iron, I got it today to do the other gun that I'm going to be talking about in just a moment, and I was talking about before in this video. Strife is now fully operational once again. I did the mod where, let me zoom this out because that's weird, where in the back the resistor that's right up here, right in, inside this battery tray area, you twist it around to where the wires underneath it touch, because the wires underneath are exposed, and you just twist it around to where they touch. I did that, and I painted it all in one, and I also dropped some solder on that part to make sure those wires are touching, so it's bypassing that resistor. So I can drop some truss wires in here to overvolt it, and it'll actually perform a lot better. Hopefully. Right now it's still technically stock, it's just painted. So yeah. Now on to what you guys came back for, or stayed for. The Legend Fire, or the Enforcer. The Legend Fire. Legend Fire is one of their other ones. But obviously with the push button modification, the Enforcer becomes a bazillion times cooler. I'm trying to set up my soldering iron so it won't randomly fall. With the collapsible bottom and door to remove the chain, let's talk first about the darts. And the chain, actually. Darts, some of them are a really loose fit, which, I mean, you don't really want them to be tight because it's not actually creating an air seal or anything like that. It's just basically trying to hold them, which it gets tighter at the bottom of them, which is totally cool, just fine with me. And any of them that actually get like bent or anything can be, fixed with a hairdryer or stuff. Some of the darts are a little bit messed up, but I have a couple Nerf darts, actual Nerf darts that are a little messed up. Plus I have off-brand Elite darts, and they're kind of all qualities. So I'm not complaining about that. Awesome darts, but just a few few little things to get out of the way, because we're going to be talking about the pros and cons, and I don't really consider that a pro or a con, because obviously any dart you get, you run the risk of them being messed up. Obviously, Dart Zone can do a little bit better on quality control with those, but so could everywhere else. So, it's totally fine by me. I'm not complaining. I got 40 new darts, basically. Alright, so now, to the actual pros and cons. I can really only think of one con because, okay, well, maybe two, but one is not, it kind of depends on who you are. First one, for me, is the switch. I don't like the switch being here, but obviously I modified it to where it's up here, and it works flawlessly, as you guys saw. I mean, the switch move works great. Which, I mean, obviously I'm not holding it very well, but if you have it in your hand and you choke up on it, the only thing I wish is that it would have been an actual rev switch kind of deal, to where it's like the Strife where you push the button, it revs, and you let go, it stops. But not gonna complain. Con number two is the overall size. It is pretty massive. but then again, it's designed to be massive. Like, it's meant to be intimidating and everything, so that's also a really cool feature. And now on to my overall thoughts and all the pros, because they're kind of all the same thing. Number one, great performance out of the box. Absolutely love it. I can promise you I didn't do any kind of overvolting or anything on the inside. I just moved that one switch, and I just ran an extra wire enough to light the switch up, or to get the switch to run, and that's it. I didn't do anything else. So that is great. Single firing stuff, really easy with it. You know, I didn't do any of that, but it's not hard. The fire rate is low enough to where it's relatively easy, but that's another thing. The fire rate is really, really good, especially compared to something like the Strife, where to get that same performance consistently, you have to fire significantly slower. Plus, that's 40 darts all the time, and if you get more chains, you just pop the chain off, put a new chain on, and there's another 40 darts. Or you can reload that one on the fly, just right in the front. Yeah, and if you open up the hatch, you can just slide the chain around. Here, I'll actually show you that, because that is a pretty cool feature. And my arm is in the way. It's a little, you know, wiggly to get on, but hey. Oops. Hit my keyboard. But okay, see, now I'll even put this part down because I'm actually going to leave these in here. It's just a little bit up. That is a little bit of a problem that you can't have that fully down, but you know. There we go. But see, now the chain just moves freely. And with that open, with it closed, it can't move.
What?
Moves freely. And apparently I'm getting a notification on my phone. Oh, hey, look, it's YouTube.
No, keep watching.
Another thing is, it is... Another thing is, it is cheap.
They're twins.
It is a budget blaster by Dart Zone. So it is price point at Walmart. It is selling for $30 plus tax, and it is selling for the same on dartzone.com. Dartzone's website, dartzoneblasters.com, I believe, is the actual website. But for $30, the performance, the amount of darts, the
You got 40 darts.
overall comfort is...
Huh?
I say worth. I mean, if you're thinking, if you are thinking about this blaster, and Drac called it the flagship blaster of this line, which I don't really know anything about that, but I do know I want a couple others from Dart Zone because they look really cool and I have some paint ideas for them. But if you are thinking about this blaster, my suggestion is buy it. Don't hesitate, because even if it is messed up, you can obviously return it and get it, you know, replaced because it's Walmart. But if you are thinking about buying it, buy it. 30 bucks, 40 darts, good fire rate, great performance, consistent performance. And obviously, like I said, complete modding potential. I mean, you can literally take every single part of that blaster apart with screws. Like, you don't have to try and pry anything apart. All the gray parts come apart. You can pull them all off and leave them gray or paint them whatever you want. I mean, yeah, there are stickers for the Adventure Force, but who really cares? You're really going to keep the Adventure Force thing? No, you want it to be the Enforcer. You don't care that it's the Adventure Force line. It's not like NERF, where the Elite line is so much better than the End Strike line. So, yeah. Random hair on my mouth. Like I said, my suggestion, if you're thinking about it, buy it. I like it. I'm glad I bought it. I would actually buy another one if I had the money, but I don't right now, and I have planning on buying 2 other blasters for about the same price in total, but it's because, well, one's old and one's Buzzbee, so yeah. If you like big machine gun blasters, totally worth buying. Do not, don't hesitate. And my soldering iron is cold, I can put it away. I am done with most of my work for today. Now I only have to test my little camera that Sin got me, that I don't really think is going to work. Why don't you go down again? Okay, that's weird. Whatever. Stay up. I don't care. I have my shoebox that was hiding my Strife is now holding all my tools. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review and firing demo. One thing I didn't mention, but I probably did at the same time, is, and I will show you, there is a off-brand Elite dart, there is a Buzzbee dart, and there is the N-Strike White Elite dart. All darts fit, so completely worth it. I mean, cross-compatible with the other darts. You can use these darts in those blasters, and I like it. And I'm new to NERF, so I mean, and my friend that actually got me kind of back into NERF told me not to buy this blaster. Glad I didn't listen to him, because I love this thing. Straight out of the box, great performance, better than the Strife. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thank you for watching. Stick around for more content coming in the future, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye.